Welcome into New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. Before we get to the rumors about LeBron James to the New York Knicks, make sure you're subscribed. Hit that big red button. We are 50 subscribers away from getting to 12,000 subs on the channel. And since my boss eliminated Knicks Live on Wednesdays, if we get to 50 subs on today's video, I'll stay after work on Thursday and we'll go live and have a party. What's going on, Knicks fans? You're watching New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. In today's show, we're going to get to those LeBron James rumors, and then on the tail end of the show, we'll touch on RJ Barret and him clapping back at the haters on Twitter. It was really cool to see RJ do that. Not really the type of guy he is, but I think he's fed up with all of the hate he's seeing. We'll break that down at the end. But first, let's start with the LeBron James to the New York Knicks rumors. Kevin O'Connor of The Ringer, he put out an article highlighting 9 teams that he thinks will be interested or have ties to LeBron James if he becomes available via trade or free agency. And this all starts because LeBron James is eligible to sign a contract extension with the Los Angeles Lakers right now. He hasn't done so, and according to a couple NBA insiders, the Lakers and LeBron James are not on the same page of what they think each side thinks the franchise should do going forward. LeBron wants the Lakers to go all in. The Lakers are hesitant to do that and want to plan for the future. But this is what Kevin O'Connor had to say about the Knicks and LeBron James being connected. He said, maybe the Knicks are reluctant to dump everything for Donovan Mitchell because they're hoping James could shake loose in LA. It'd be an upside play to bring New York back to glory. LeBron would be embraced by Knicks fans overnight in ways he's never been by Lakers fans because of their love for Kobe Bryant. Is it 2010 again? Is that what we're back to? Are we getting so desperate in the month of August that we're going to link LeBron James to the New York Knicks? I think it's crazy, and we're going to break it all down the rest of the show. But I want to get you guys involved early on in the comments section. Kevin O'Connor thinks LeBron James would be embraced by Knicks Nation. But I want to ask you guys, would you actually embrace LeBron James on the New York Knicks? I have a feeling I know where this one's going to go, but let me know. Type Y for yes, or you can go down and type N for no. This was the full list of teams that Kevin O'Connor linked to LeBron James. He had the Phoenix Suns at number 1 due to LeBron James and Chris Paul and their banana boat friendship. He had the Knicks at number 2, followed behind with the Portland Trailblazers, the Cleveland Cavaliers at number 4, Miami Heat at number 5. Yeah, we'll see about that one. Number 6 was the Golden State Warriors. Number 7 was the Memphis Grizzlies. I could so see LeBron James playing in Memphis. And then the Atlanta Hawks were at number 8, and the Philadelphia 76ers were at number 9. And this all comes back to LeBron being in the last year of his contract. He hasn't signed that extension. He hasn't said this summer that he is going to come back and play for the Los Angeles Lakers. 2 summers ago, he said he was for sure going to finish his career with the LA Lakers. Last summer, it was, I hope to finish my career. And this summer, the contract's on the table, and he has not signed it. Besides from the contract, LeBron James is still one of the best, if not the best player in the association. The only thing that's holding him back is the injuries and father time. Just 56 games played this year, 45 the year before, 67 before that, and 55. He's still averaged 30 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and was still the efficient LeBron James that he is, 52% from the field. He's a 27-7-7 walking in his sleep. LeBron is still elite. We know that. It's just the injuries that have held him and the Los Angeles Lakers from reaching their maximum potential. And I kind of thought about this 2 ways. Free agency and the trade market. I'm not trading for LeBron James. There's no reason to do that because he is going to be a free agent at the end of the year. He'll be unrestricted, and if he wants to leave, he can leave. So I'm not trading him. But if he told Leon Rose and Worldwide Wes that he wanted to be a New York Knick in free agency, I'm not saying no to LeBron James. I know he said no to us a couple of times, but let's push it across, Petey. I'm not saying no to LeBron James in free agency. I wouldn't give up assets. I wouldn't go and clear my whole roster to clear cap space to sign LeBron James. But if he just told you, hey, I want to finish my career with the New York Knicks, I would do it. I would sign him. But I'm not going to put all my eggs in that basket like it's the summer of 2010 where we're going to trade everybody on our team to clear cap space for LeBron James. If it goes on and happens that way and he wants to sign here and we have the cap space and things start to align, sure, I'll do it. And I think we also have to note that Leon Rose and LeBron James, they're tight. They're good friends. Him and Leon, they've hung out before. They're guys. They're connected in business. They're two smart business and savvy guys. So that would make some sense. There's some connections there. But I think the main question you have to ask yourself, with the roster you have, and if you were able to clear cap space and keep that core of your Knicks roster, does signing LeBron James make you a finals contender? He'll be 38, 39 years old when he were to play with his next team. And if that's the Knicks, would he still be able to be the best player on a team that gets you to the NBA Finals? I think so. I still think LeBron has a couple years left. It just all depends on if he's going to be able to stay healthy and play 70, 75, 80 games in the regular season. And most importantly, be ready when the NBA playoffs come around. All in all, if he wants to come, I'd let him. But I wouldn't embrace him. I wouldn't beg him. I wouldn't shred my team to go out and sign LeBron James. But if he wants to come and it's organically, I would do it. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think he finishes his career with the Los Angeles Lakers, and maybe plays 1 year at the tail end of his career with whichever team's drafts Bronny James. But I'll ask all the Knicks fans out there, if LeBron becomes a free agent, would you sign him? Type S for sign, type P for pass. I want to give a shout out to all of the real ones that tune into New York Knicks Now every single day. You guys have been repping and standing up and just being real ones, so much so that we had to get you guys a real one New York Knicks Now themed t-shirt. Right here, we've sold 8 so far. I thought the numbers would be higher. It seemed like a lot of you guys bought shirts on the live show. Maybe you guys weren't actually being real ones and bought the shirts, but you can change that today. Go to chatsports.com/realknicks. Get your shirt today. Rep it for the season. I'll put the link in the comments and description of today's show. To finish today's show, let's talk about RJ Barret laughing at the haters on Twitter. So there was this podcast. I'm not even going to plug him and let you know which one it was. 4 frauds, all on a Zoom press conference on YouTube. We're talking about RJ Barret being a role player, the least efficient player in the NBA, someone that always gets hyped up by New York Knicks fans. And RJ Barret responded to that tweet with a laughing face emoji. That's not something RJ usually does on Twitter. He's not a tweeter. He doesn't respond to people. He barely even likes tweets on Twitter. So I think RJ is becoming fed up with all of the outside noise of people telling him he shot 40% from the field. He's not an efficient player. He was second last in the NBA at field goal efficiency, close to the rim. He's tired of that, and that reason makes me feel like year 4 RJ Barret, his goal is to be an all-star. Last year, his goal, he said, was to average 20 points per game. He did that in his 3rd season. Year 4 RJ is going to be a movie, and he is going to play his best basketball season to date. Let's go back and look at some stats through his early NBA career. His rookie season, 14 points from the field, 2.5 assists. Efficiency numbers, pretty low. 40% from the deck, 32% from 3. His second season, during the COVID year, he was great. 17.5 points per game, 3 assists, and was one of the most efficient basketball players in the association, shooting 44% from the deck and 40% from downtown. This year, his usage went up, but his efficiency went back down. 20 points, 3 assists, 41% from the deck, and 34% from 3. I don't think he's a 40% three-point shooter, but I also think he's better than a 34% guy. Can he be a 36 to 37% shooter from beyond the three-point arc? It's what he did, though, in the final 42 games of the 2022 season that made me really understand the type of player that RJ Barret is. In those final 42 games where he averaged 37 minutes per night, he was one of the best players in the NBA. 24 points per game, almost 4 assists, shot just under 42% from the field, and less than 35% from 3. Anybody that averages 24 points per game in the second half of a season at the age of 21 deserves more love. The hate is weird. I feel like if he was wearing a purple and yellow jersey instead of a blue and orange one, he would be embraced more by the media. But hey, that's just the New Yorker in me. But let's show RJ Barret some love, because the hate at this point, it's weird, and there's way too much out there. So type StaRJ in the comment section to show our guy number 9, Broadway Barrett, some love. If you made it this far in the video, you're a real one. And if you already have your real one shirt, I want you to drop a real one in the comments section. And if you bought a shirt, once it gets here, send me a picture over on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_, and we'll put those pictures on the next New York Knicks Now.